सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः। देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः। 21 onwards. ते तं भुक्त्वा स्वर्गलोकं विशालम् क्षीणे पुण्ये मर्त्यलोकं विशन्ति। एवं त्रयी धर्ममनुप्रपन्नाः गतागतं कामकामा लभन्ते। अनन्याश्चिन्तयन्तो माम् ये जनाः पर्युपासते तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां योगक्षेमं वहाम्यहम्। येऽप्यन्यदेवता भक्ताः यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्विताः तेऽपि मामेव कौन्तेय यजन्त्यविधिपूर्वकम्। अहं हि सर्वयज्ञानां भोक्ता च प्रभुरेव च न तु मामभिजानन्ति तत्त्वेनातश्च्यवन्ति ते यान्ति देवव्रता देवान् पितॄन् यान्ति पितृव्रताः Bhutani yanti bhutejyaha.
Bhutani yanti bhutejaha.
Yanti madhyajinopi mam.
Yanti madhyajinopi mam.
Patram pushpam phalam toyam.
Patram pushpam phalam toyam.
Yo me bhaktya prayachati.
Yo me bhaktya prayachati.
Tadaham bhaktyupahritam.
Tadaham bhaktyupahrutam.
Ashnami prayatatmanaha.
Ashnami prayatatmanaha.
Once again, patram pushpam phalam toyam.
Patram pushpam phalam toyam.
Yo me bhaktya prayachati.
Yo me bhaktya prayachati.
Tadaham bhaktyupahritam.
Tadaham bhaktyupahrutam.
Ashnami prayatatmanaha.
Ashnami prayatatmanaha.
So Krishna is teaching us about bhakti, and without actually using the word bhakti, initially at least, occasionally only he uses. Like right now in chapter, in verse number 26, he says, Bhaktya prayachati, like that he uses the word bhakti there. Then second line also, Tadaham bhaktyupahrutam, like that he says. So that word bhakti, he is used here in this shloka. But overall, Sakama bhakti versus Nishkama bhakti. What the bhakti I have to achieve my artha and kama is called Sakama bhakti. Sakama, kamena saha. That is the meaning of Sakama. Kamena saha means along with kama. A bhakti that is driven by kama. That is called Sakama. So in other words, if I don't have any kama, then I won't need bhakti at all. There's no need for bhakti if there's no kama. Okay, that's the idea. Sakama bhakti. And so he's been telling us the differences between these two. Without using the word Sakama and Nishkama also. Even these two words we have introduced. Swamiji has introduced those two. I don't think anywhere it doesn't look like I've not seen it. Sakama and Nishkama. We are only interpreting the shlokas that way. Okay. So here, Sakama Bhakti I am very clear about. The more I want, the more bhakti I must have, more devoted I should be. And if I have to go to heaven, then I better dot all the I's and cross all the T's, and I better be very devoted. I do all the pujas and prarthanas properly and help others. So I lead a very a devoted life and complain less and less. But Sakama Bhakti, that is Sakama Bhakti. So the more I want in Sakama Bhakti, the more I have to do, the more tapas I have to do, more the bigger pujas I have to do. Swarga Kamaha Yajeta, Veda says. Means what? Yajeta, may one invoke, may one worship, may one do the homa. Who? Swarga Kamaha. One who is desirous of Swarga. Swarga Kamaha means one who is desirous of going to Swarga. One who wants to go to Swarga must do certain things. Vedas is telling like that. Okay. Simply you can't just go to heaven. Okay, even that punyam, there are certain things we have to do. Okay. So therefore, the more I want, the more elaborate my pujas, the more elaborate my rituals, the more elaborate my karmas, day-to-day karmas. Now, if we extend it a little further, if I want moksha, which is the end, which is infinite. Everything else is finite, only moksha is infinite. If you say, if for bigger and bigger things I need to do more elaborate puja and be even more devoted, that means for moksha, which is the biggest, bigger than any finite thing, what must happen? I must be busy all day. Correct? The elaborate pujas must be even more elaborate. In this shloka, Krishna is saying no. Krishna is saying no. If moksha is your goal, then suddenly all the rules fall apart. All the rules I am supposed to follow in doing my regular pujas and in doing my sakama yagas and homas, they just fall apart. That is the message he is giving in the shloka, very famous shloka, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyan. Okay, people quote this quite often when they talk about bhakti, and so the question here is this Sakama Bhakti is talking about or Nishkama Bhakti? That is a question that should come to our mind. Sakama Bhakti means everything we do. You do a Griha Pravesham, you do a Ganapati Homa, Navagraha Homa, etc. You do Sakama Bhakti, obviously, because we want the house to bless us. The minute we enter the house, then this is where we are going to live, and this is where we will die also. And so let the life led in this house be helpful for every family member. Let us live happily in this house. So this homas are being done. So these are all, and Sakama Bhakti, therefore the homas have to be done properly. The right person should come and officiate the homas. Somebody who is knowledgeable. And you can't simply invite somebody because he is asking less money. That won't work. That you can't economize in these things. Why? Because Sakama Bhakti. Rules have to be followed. Person has to be knowledgeable. 2 or 3 people may be needed. Ritvix may be needed. And you may have to pay them airfare. You may have to do all these things as needed. Everything has to be done. And so Krishna is saying, when it comes to Sakama Bhakti, you can't take any shortcuts. Putra Kameshti. Okay. Some people even today, they do Putra Kameshti yaga. Like Dasharatha did. So you should not ask Putra Kameshti is for getting what? That you should not ask. Because Putra Kama, right there, that word itself has Putra Kama. It is like asking, who wrote Valmiki Ramayana? You should ask who wrote Valmiki. Who wrote Ramayana, we can ask. But Valmiki Ramayana, we should not ask who wrote. Otherwise, people wonder what is all the Sanskrit, Bhagavad Gita and all they're studying and they're asking these kinds of questions, they will say. So, like that, Putra Kameshti means desiring a child. If somebody desires a child, they have to do this yaga and it has to be done properly, and Dasharatha did it properly. And the result of the yaga is there for us to see. Okay, and so these all the steps have to be followed accurately, and all the propitiations have to be done. All the right devatas have to be invoked. All the dakshinas have to be given properly, and Shraddha has to be complete for all these Sakama karyas to yield fruit. Okay, this is there. Okay, Ucharanam has to be proper. All the ritricks have to be proper. They also have to do tapas before they enter our house. It is not enough. Our Shraddha alone, not enough. Their Shraddha also is important. That is why sometimes we have to worry about it when they come and start talking on the phone. They are talking on the phone. What do you do? It's a very sticky situation. And you have the right. You have the right to say, you know what, let's stop this for a while. While you're talking, nobody is chanting anything. Let him finish talking. And then let's continue. Like that, you have the right to say. Or you have the right to say, is it possible to keep all conversations for later? All this you have the right to. Because you are the Yajamana. You have the right to say. They can decide to not come to your home later. That is okay. But if you show the Shraddha, in fact, they will come. This kind of a yajamana we have not seen. They will be happy. See, they are doing a lot of shortcuts. You know why? Because yajamanas want things done very fast. How long will it take? Oh, 1 hour? 1 hour it's going to take? But I have to go to office. So what can poor fellow do if you want to go to office? You have called him to do a big homa, Ganapati homa. Ganapati homa, let it take whatever time it takes. And you push him, keep on pushing. No, how many more minutes are there? What will the poor fellow do? So you can't do like that. This we only push them and then we drive them to a corner. So they are cutting down, cutting down, cutting down, cutting down constantly. And so Ucharanam should be proper. Vishnu Sahasranamam, if you have to chant for any Artha or Kama, your chanting must be proper. The less proper it is, the less will be the benefit. This is what Shastram says. Less will be the benefit. Yeah, that's how it is. Sakama means that is how it is. You have to chant properly. You have to know how to chant. Mistakes means you have to correct it. Even though at the end we say mantrahinam, kriyahinam, bhaktihinam, maheshwara, we say it. And it looks like a nice escape route. Which is beautiful. That is also a beautiful tradition. But Shraddha. So there Shraddha is highlighted there. Okay. Because nobody can be perfect. Therefore we chant that mantra. Okay. And so this is to be recalled. This is to be understood here. That is the context of the shloka. And the reason is in Sakama Bhakti is not more important than the end. What I want is more important than the Bhakti. Correct? Bhakti is meant to get that end. Bhakti is meant to get good health. Bhakti is meant to get a good progeny, happy family. Happy family is such a difficult thing. And so, happy family means you have to do tapas to have a happy family. That's how it is. And so, happiness can be shattered any moment. And so, that is the end for me. And if that is the end, I have to dot the I's and cross all the T's, like they say. Okay? And that is because the end is more important. Exactly like you are taking a flight to, let's say, India example. You're going from Chennai, you're going to come to Coimbatore. And the flight from there is going to go to Bengaluru and then to Delhi. Okay, that's the same. One aircraft is making these 3 segments are there. You have taken the flight. Om Shri Mahaganapati Namaha. Flight should be, should reach Coimbatore. Coimbatore is where you're going to halt. And it should reach properly. Because in India, in a moment's notice, they will do all kinds of stuff. In America, at least some fear of the customer is there. Yahan par maybe some fear is there, but they will suddenly say delayed by 2 hours, delayed by 5 hours. All this they will say. You have to simply sit. That's all. You can shout and all that stuff, but nothing much will happen. And so you have to say, oh, thank God they found out the snag, so they can work on the snag, because otherwise, what is the point in leaving at the right time and then the plane is not landing? That's also not useful. So you have to console yourself. So all Mahaganapati is over, and then guess what? You land in Coimbatore. Tell me now. You landed, you're walking towards the airport. What are you thinking about? Are you thinking about the flight? Are you thinking about the flight? It should take off safely, it should land safely and all. Flight is out. You are thinking about your luggage now. Now is the time to think about your luggage, correct? Luggage. What happened to your flight and all? No, flight and all landed. That's all over. Luggage is more important for me now. Is it coming? Keep on standing and same thing. Then the same suitcase keeps on coming. Now you begin to know how many suitcases are there, which color, everything you start counting. And then yours is supposed to come. Okay. So another Mahaganapataye Namaha. Okay. So flight is gone out of your consciousness. It's all gone. You forgot the flight number is all gone. Chennai, everything is gone. Which aircraft, everything all gone. Only luggage, luggage. Then after that, taxi. So this is it. Oh, luggage also is gone. It is very clear from this that all our prayers are all good, very important. But then the means cannot be more important than the end. The end is what matters to me at any given moment. Means are always disposable. I use a means and then I dispose it off. Once it does its job, it's gone. I injured my leg, and so doctor says you have to use crutches to walk for some time. I will walk crutches. Thanks to the crutches, I can move around a little bit. I do some exercise, etc. And 1 week over, 2 weeks over. Do you think I now fell in love with the crutches? Oh, so nice. Thanks to you, I've been able to walk. And then you fall in love with the crutches. And then what? And then you start walking with crutches throughout your life. No, this guy, he's waiting for the time the leg heals enough to stand on the leg. Crutches are kept in the corner. It is gathering dust. One day you pick it up and say, wait a minute, oh, that crutches, and I purchased it and all that. Now you have to keep it somewhere up, because it's not needed to be in the living room and all. It's occupying space now. It is a pain in the neck now. Previously it was a lifesaver. Now it is simply obstructing your thing. You should keep it up on top. Where should you keep it? You have to now look for where you should keep that. Therefore, this is how it is. Means dispensable. That is the idea. And so means are never important. And but for Nishkama Bhakti, the minute you say Nishkama Bhakti, then infinite result is also possible. With Sakama Bhakti, infinite result is not possible. But Nishkama Bhakti means then suddenly things open up. Okay. Okay. And so the karmas that we do, don't think we are not doing Nishkama Bhakti. That is why the Nitya karma is so important. The Sandhya Vandanadi karma, Pujadi karma that we do should be converted to Nitya karma. It should be converted to Nishkama karma. See, the question is there. How can I not pray for the well-being of my children? How can I not pray for the well-being of my parents? How can I not pray for my basic well-being? Because that is all Sakama only, correct? Sakama only it is. Yes, as a Grahastha, it is your duty bound to pray for everybody, including the family. You are, in fact, duty bound. Okay? But then, Swami Paramatmanandaji will say, cut down all the Sakama karma. Slowly start cutting down. Increase your Nishkama karma. So when I do Sandhya Vandanam, you say, Antakarana Shuddhyartham. Parameshwara Prityartham. Antakarana Shuddhyartham. Jnana Yogyata Praptyartham. Or if you have knowledge, then Jnana Nishtha Praptyartham. Or if you're chanting Bhagavad Gita and Upanishads, you should say, you're studying, then you can say Shastra Avismaranartham. Visparanam means forgetting. Forgetting, this forgetting is a problem. Everybody has this problem. Okay? And sometimes they tell you, oh, can't remember. Oh, you know what, these days, I think I'm getting too old. This is a very standard statement. People say, I'm getting too old, therefore I can't remember. And when they keep on saying it, then it becomes real afterwards. I'm old, therefore I have forgetting, therefore I am forgetting also. So no attempt is made to spend a little extra minute to recall something. Only if you recall, the memory is also active, those cells. And so they give this excuse, and then then it gets worse after that. So, Shastra Avismaranartham Sandhya Vandanam Karomi. Because now Shastra is important for me. So the prayer changes completely. Changes completely. My well-being will be taken care of. It's already been taken care of. That is why I'm studying Shastram. In fact, without my well-being, there is no question of coming to the Shastram. My head is going to be filled with all kinds of worries. With worry, we cannot study the Shastra. Not possible. Not possible. Therefore, right there, the fact that I'm sitting in class tells me my Artha and Kama are taken care of. Correct? Artha and Kama are taken care of. Okay, Artha Kama constantly will be there. But let it be there. But that is not my primary goal. Shastra avismaranartham idam karyam karomi. Therefore, now Krishna says, once you say Nishkama Bhakti, Shastra Ichha Bhakti, then Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. Then only Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. Patram means leaf, Pushpam fruit. Pushpam is flower, Phalam is fruit, Toyam means Jalam, Tirtham, water. What a license he's giving. Look at it. Water, you can just offer water, he says, because his offering is so important. See, for an emotion to be expressed, some physical action has to be involved. Suppose you want to wish somebody a birthday, okay? I wish him well in the mind. I wish that person well. That's not enough. That's not enough. That is not enough for me to transmit my emotion of love to the other person. You have to at least call, you have to at least send a message. I'm so happy, it's your birthday. I want you to have a good birthday. That statement is important. That expression is important. You have to vocalize it. You have to materialize that emotion. Then only that person receives that emotion. I mean everybody well all the time. I'm sadhu, I pray for everybody. Yeah, it's good you pray for everybody. But if you want to communicate, there is no escape. You have to communicate. That's why giving a gift and all is so important. It communicates, it materializes that emotion. And then that emotion is felt through the action of speaking, giving, etc. etc. And the more thoughtful the gift is, the more powerful it becomes. Some people spend time. What does that person want? Spend a little extra time. Okay, little extra time. So all that is extra effort spent on that love, sharing that love. Therefore, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toya. So he doesn't say, don't give me anything. Even if you don't give me anything, it's okay. Krishna doesn't say anywhere. He says, at least offer me a spoon of water. Why offer a spoon of water? Hey, it is for your own sake, not for my sake, okay? I am not going to, nothing is going to happen to me if you give me a spoon of water. But for your own sake, offer something. Krishnaya Namaha. Krishnaya Namaha. Okay? So important. That is, okay? And then, class nadandindu. So a person who delivers food, he cannot speak or cannot hear. He is watching all these things. Now, this is a great license that Krishna is giving us. He is giving a precondition. Okay, yo me bhaktya prayachati. He is about to say that. Bhaktya prayachati. Nishkama bhaktya prayachati. Okay, put in brackets, we have to put Nishkama there. Because this our Ambanis and Sundar Pichais, okay, they can't quote this shloka and say, may Google be successful, Google stock may go up. Okay, that's what Sundar Pichai wants. He can't say, I will give one tulsi leaf. It won't work. This shloka is not meant for people who have Sakama Bhakti. Sakama Bhakti is important, whatever it is. We are not putting anything down. Sakama Bhakti is not papam. See, we are analyzing it, we have come very far in our analysis. So it may look as though Sakama Bhakti is some dangerous thing. No, it's not a dangerous thing. Sakama Bhakti, everybody has Sakama Bhakti. Without Sakama Bhakti, there is no human being anyway. But I'm saying, they cannot quote this shloka. They can't say, hey, Bhagavan, Tulasi. No, they have to do Annadana for tens of thousands of people. Only then they will get what they want. Okay? Because that is how Sakama Bhakti is, that is how Sakama Karma is. It has to be proportional to your capacity. Okay? That's the idea here. And so they cannot use this as justification. I was looking for, I was Googling. See this, I was Googling this Ambani and this thing. Suddenly it came up in news. This 2019, just a year before the pandemic. This, I think this one, Ambani's daughter marriage happened, okay? And the Sundar Pichai was one of the guests. So the news was there, his picture and all was there, okay? And Ambani was there right behind Sundar Pichai and his wife and all that. So I got an idea. Okay, so these guys, they are the friends, Obviously, Ambani's friend has to be Sundar Pichai. They can't be some Jaikumar, cannot be their friend. And so that's nice to see that news. And I was thinking, briefly, what kind of gift can Sundar Pichai give to Anil Ambani's daughter? What kind of gift they can give? When we give gifts, there are certain things we do. Some money we may collect, we may give this appliance, maybe a phone, this, that. What can they give? Again, Sundar Pichai can't give a smartphone to. I don't think so. I don't know. Flash drive. Here is a flash drive. Latest from Google. He can't do that. So I just by the way, it just came to my mind at that time. But so, yo me bhaktya prayachati, yo me nishkama bhaktya prayachati. That is a precondition here. And so, 7th chapter we saw. Chaturvidha bhajante mam jana sukritinojjana artho jignasurartharthi jnani cha bhartarishava. We saw that some time ago in the 7th chapter. And so there he talks about 4 kinds of bhaktas. Arthaha, okay, devotee in distress. Artharthi, bit smarter than that. Even when not in distress, that person is a devotee. So, Arthaha, Artharthi, then Jignasu and Jnani. Now, this shloka is not talking about a Jnani Bhakta. Because Jnani doesn't need any advice. So, we'll keep Jnani aside. But then this Jignasu is the one. By elimination, this shloka refers to a Jignasu Bhakta, Mumukshu Bhakta. Only a Mumukshu Bhakta can have Nishkama Bhakti, correct? Nishkama Bhakti. Only a Mumukshu. Because Shastra must be there. Something must be there to look forward to. Otherwise, the karma will just drag us in. Nobody can escape. Kama yesha krodha yeshaha rajoguna samudbhavaha. So there is no chance. And so, therefore, this shloka is referring to that Jignasu Bhaktaha, Mumukshu Bhaktaha, who is also an Ajnani, also a Samsari, also has a Grahastha, has responsibilities and duties. With all those duties, that person says, my things will be taken care of. The Shastram is way too important for me. Therefore, Nishkama Bhakti becomes important. And such a person, Krishna is saying, Prayatatmanaha. That person. So here, Atma here does not refer to Satchidananda Atma. It refers to Manas, Manaha, Antakaranam. Prayata means Shuddha. 2 meanings of the word Prayata. Prayata means one who has made effort is called Prayatatmanaha. One who has made effort is also a good interpretation. Another, Shankaracharya says Shuddha Chittaha. One whose mind is pure. Nishkama bhakti means the mind has to be, cannot be agitated, it cannot want this and that, it is not going to be carried away by anything. Therefore, prayatatmanaha, shuddha chittaha. Okay, that is a adjective that Krishna is using here. So the one who has that nishkama buddhi, nishkama bhakti, and and then the question arises: suppose I want some money to do dhanam. Is that seeking money? Is that sakama bhakti or nishkama? Okay, I'm interested in helping people. Suppose somebody says, and so in order to do that, I need some money. I don't need any money, but I need money to do all these things because that desire is there in me. What to do? Then Krishna will say, you're asking for dhanam. What is the motivation behind what you're asking for? That motivation is what will decide whether it is sakama or nishkama. Motivation. Throughout the court systems, the entire court proceedings are meant to only decide one thing. What is the motive behind that act that was committed? Correct? Whether some violence was committed. What was the motive? If you don't have to find the motive, you don't need a court system. You don't need a court system because it's all pratyaksha. Somebody slapped somebody else. Oh, finished. You don't need a judge at all for it. But a judge and the jury is needed only to find the motive. Why? Because the motive is critical in deciding whether an act is an act of crime or an act of self-defense. Correct? Only the motive will decide. And for that, unbiased people have to come, look at all the data, and then they try to find the motive. Simply the person says, no, I had to defend myself is not enough. They have to get other people, eyewitnesses, this, that, etc. come. Same thing here also. That motive behind my bhakti, behind my kama, will decide whether my kama is sakama or nishkama. My kama is not for the money. Money becomes a means for me to achieve an end. What is the end? End is helping others. Okay? Like Janaka. Janakadaya. Loka sangraham evartham. Sampashyan kartum arhasi. Loka sangraham. So Janaka's bhakti has to be nishkama bhakti. He is there. He is already in a great position. And so he can easily. A king, it's hard for a king to give up the wealth. A wealthy person, it's harder for that person to say, I want to be a Nishkama Bhakta. Much more difficult because all the pleasures have been experienced and only a wise person, Shastram, has to step in. Janaka became a student of Yajnavalkya. So he's a Viveki. He's a Viveki who is a Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampanna. He has Vivekam, Vairagyam, Shamadamadi and Mumukshutvam. Therefore, he is different. Okay? And so all of us are different because of that. Okay? So because of that, Prayatatmanaha Aham Ashnami. Aham Ashnami. Ashit, to consume, to take, to receive. Ashnami, to eat. All these meanings are there for this word ashit. And so I receive that patram, pushpam, phalam, toyam, etc. I receive, happily I receive. Even though it is insignificant quantity wise. It's nothing. One leaf. What is this one leaf? One spoon of water. What is that? No. For a Nishkama Bhaktaha, that is as good as gold. I will accept it completely, wholeheartedly. Bhagavan will accept anybody giving tulasi, wholeheartedly. But he is saying that if your bhakti is sakama bhakti, then this is not enough. You have to do more. For your own sake, I am telling you, you should do more. Okay? And so even though this is insignificant compared to the crores of money they put in the Tirupati hundis, and nothing compared to that, still, Same Priyaha, Bhaktaha, that person who has this kind of Nishkama Bhakti is dear to me. Why? Because that love is not fake love. Swami Paramatma uses the word fake love. Fake love. I love God because God is going to help me get these things. Means this love is a fake love, it seems. Swamiji says. Okay. Okay, it's a very harsh word. Fake love, right? Fake bhakti. It's like saying fake bhakti. Fake means what? Hey, bhakti is there as a means, or is it there as an end in itself? That is the beauty of it. So that Nishkama Bhakti is being highlighted in this shloka. So let's translate this shloka. Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yo Me Bhaktya Prayachati Yo. The one who gives me with that Nishkama Bhakti. Tad Aham Bhakti Upahritam. I did not mention that word. Bhakti Upahritam. That which is offered with that Bhakti, imbued with that Nishkama Bhakti. Bhakti Upahritam. Ashnami Prayatatmanaha. I take from that person who is of pure heart. Okay, so let's translate this. With devotion, comma, with devotion, whoever offers me a leaf, a flower, a fruit or water, that devout offering of the pure minded one, I accept. Okay, with devotion, whoever offers me a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, comma, that devout offering of the pure minded one, I accept. Okay, let's chant number 27. Yeah. Yat karoshi yadashnasi
यत्करोषि यदश्नासि
yajjuhoshi dadasi yat
यज्जुहोषि ददासि यत्
yattapasyasi kaunteya
यत्तपस्यसि कौन्तेय
तत्कुरुष्व मदर्पणम्
तत्कुरुष्व मदर्पणम्
यत्करोषि यदश्नासि
यत्करोषि यदश्नासि
यज्जुहोषि ददासि यत्
यज्जुहोषि ददासि यत्
यत्तपस्यसि कौन्तेय
यत्तपस्यसि कौन्तेय
तत्कुरुष्व मदर्पणम्
तत्कुरुष्व मदर्पणम्.
So now Krishna knows how we are going to respond to his statement. He has given us a long leash. He said, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam also is enough. Anything as small as a drop of water we can offer, he said. Now, we will come up with something or the other. So Krishna is expecting us to say something like this. You know, Krishna, you have put me in Saudi Arabia. I am working in a petrochemical complex. Saudi Arabia, when Indians go to Saudi Arabia to earn some money. And but there, if you go there, for miles and miles, there is only sand. And so you are simply saying Patram, Pushpam, Phalam and all that, Toyam. And here, for miles, there is nothing there. It's 50 degrees in the night time. For 40 degrees in the night time and 50 Celsius during daytime. During daytime, nobody steps out. Only our Indian and Pakistani immigrants, they go there and they sweat it out. I mean, the laborers. And they risk their life in this heat. Okay, and this is the place I live in. I am working in a complex, and this Patram, Pushpam, and all. I think it's easy for you to say that. Okay, but for me, I go home. I'm working in the complex. I go home only once a week because it's a long drive. Nobody lives near the complex. And then after that, another 100 miles, I have to go back home. But once a week only I go back. Okay. So what do I do? Bhagavan Krishna. Or somebody might say, I am an IT. I am this IT guy. Okay. And everybody is enjoying this Zoom and all that. But for us, it's a shani. For us, it is just pida. It is, I don't know why all this internet came. And I go home. First of all, I go home itself at 12 o'clock, midnight. And my wife is gone to sleep, and my children, I don't see them. On top of that, when I go home at 12, I get a call. And I have to log in again. Okay, Krishna, you were born in Vrindavan and this and that, you had all these dances and all that, and they carried you, your father carried you in rain and all, and you're dancing on top of the snake, and Yashoda, Yashomati, Maya, all this you are doing, okay? This is your life. My life is like this. It's easy for you to say Patram, Pushpam, Phalam, Toyam and all that. No, it's not easy. And the whole day I am unlogged in, and either I am working at home or I am working at office. These are the only two things I do. And sleep, sometimes I sleep. Okay, and my family are not paid attention at all. There is no time for all this Patram, Pushpam, Phalam and all. Or somebody might say, my daughter is a paraplegic, 3 years old. She is paralyzed from top to bottom. Paraplegic generally means from the hip down, abdomen down, paralyzed. But my daughter is not like that. She is paralyzed. And she is helpless. She can't help herself at all. From the minute she opens her eyes, somebody has to be there with her. Constantly. Constant. Such a person will need constant help. And in India, they simply won't outsource all these things. The parents will get involved. That's it. They will spend the rest of the life of the mother or father is just meant only to serve this daughter. That's it. The whole life is over. Gone. That person's life. I know many people who live like that. I've been to their families and all, their homes and all. I've seen them. And so it's just constant. So that person will say, what is this? There is no time for Patram, Pushpam. There is no time. And I have a puja room, but I rarely go to my puja. I rarely go also. Lighting the lamp. Yeah, I want to light the lamp if time permits. Okay? Because I am dedicated to my daughter right now. So Krishna saying, to answer all these doubts, Krishna is saying very beautiful shloka number 27. Yat karoshi. Whatever you do, now he is just giving a blank check. Blank check, that's what this shloka is. Yat karoshi. Whatever you do. Yat ashnasi. Whatever you eat. Whatever you eat. Don't just gulp it down. When you eat something, you are in the office, you say you are in a petrochemical complex, do you eat food or not? No, I do eat food. Okay, good. So you do get food. All right. So you sit quietly and then think of what's happening to the food. You did not create the food. Some people slogged, and then they created these grains, the rice and the wheat that is there on your plate and the vegetables. Somebody slogged for it. Think of them. Then what? Then you are having a nice meal with your friends, okay, in an air-conditioned room. And then what? Then nice meal. What happens to the meal after it goes into your mouth? Do you know what happens? You had a tasty meal. No. The minute the morsel is put inside the mouth and it is bit and crushed and then swallowed, after that, we don't worry about it. The worry is going to be what is the next thing I'm going to take? Correct? What are the things I'm going to mix up together? And which dal, which this, which one I like, and the pickles, make sure everything is there. That is where my focus is. Food is just gone inside. Nobody knows what happens after the food enters this food passage, food pipe, esophagus. That's it, forgotten. So Krishna is saying, wait, who's going to digest this food? The food has to get converted. The raw, the food, beans and all these vegetables and rice, gehu, etc. It's only a starting point. It has to end up somewhere. Somebody has to convert all these things to the essential nutrients, and it has to be absorbed by the blood, and then it has to go to all parts of the body. Who's going to do all that? Think of Bhagavan. Think that all that process has to work properly, and it is all happening. Without your knowledge, it's happening means it's a huge blessing for you. You didn't have to worry about all that. And so, yad ashnasi, you have time. Aham vaishwanaro bhutva प्राणिनां देहम आश्रितः प्राणापान समायुक्तः पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधम्. Okay, Panchadashodhyayah. We used to chant all this in the ashram. These days I don't chant, but in the ashram every day 2 times we used to chant all this. These days we stop with Brahmarpanam. But yeah, these things we have to. Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva. I am the Vaishwanara Agni in your stomach, my dear friend. Praninam Deham Ashritaha Prana Pana Samayuktaha. I convert all the food you eat into prana and apana that is needed for your body, that vitality that is needed, that makes this body run. And I am the one who does it, he says. I created the food to begin with, then I am the one who is digesting. I am constantly busy. Think of this busy Krishna once in a while. Yad Ashnasi. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to say, I don't have this Panchapatram, I don't have this. You don't have to complain. Who said you needed Panchapatram? Panchapatram is, if you have it, well and good. If you can do a puja with the Panchapatram, well and good. Because the Panchapatra, the minute you look at the Panchapatra, automatically the mind calms down. Automatically you feel like doing some puja. That is the advantage of Panchapatra. But you don't need it. You don't need it. Your glass tumbler is okay. Okay? And then Yajjuhoshi. Yajjuhoshi. You are sitting somewhere, you don't have all this Panchapatra. However you want to offer, you offer. Some plate you have, plastic plate, that is fine. Plastic spoon, that also is fine. Yajjuhoshi. Any which way you want to offer this to Bhagavan in your puja room. Dadasi yat. Yat dadasi. Whatever you give something to somebody who is not your family member. Some earthquake relief fund, some flood relief fund. Yes, give. That is the time to give. Give to somebody who you don't know what's going to happen. That is the time you should give. Give. I want proof. I want this. You to get whatever proof you want. You have enough internet and all that. These days you do your research, but then give. Give to somebody somewhere. Okay? Yad dadasi. So many options are there. That puja, that dhanam becomes your puja. Your day's puja is over. By having food, you have converted the process of consumption of food into a puja. Which culture can give this kind of a license? Krishna is giving us that license. Yat tapasyasi. He says, hey, the doctor has said cut out salt. Cut out salt means it's a huge tapas. Correct? Cutting out salt, simply easier said than done. And cut out salt. What a tapas it can be? You have to slowly cut down, cut down, cut down, cut down, cut down. Cut out salt. Tapas. Think of that. If somebody tells you you're not doing tapas, say, I am doing tapas. I am doing tapas. Look, eat this food. Tell me. You can't eat this food, but I am eating it. This is tapas. I am doing a tapas every day. Okay? That is tapas. Okay, for my sake I am doing it. But still, these are all activities which are all tapas, which come in the category of tapas. Yat tapasyasi. You think of me at this time. Yat tapasyasi kaunteya tat kurushva madarpanam. Tat kurushva. Do that as an offering to me. Kayena vacha manasendriyarva Buddhyatmana va prakrite svabhavat karomi yadyat sakalam parasmai narayana samatpayami. Very popular shloka. Everywhere they chant it, north and south both. North they'll say kayin vacha. That's what they say. Kayin vacha. Then they come to our sasyam classes. Then slowly they struggle and then they say kayena vacha. But that in to become na, it takes 2 years. It takes 2 years. Solid slogging and homework and homework and homework from Arsha Seva Kendram. Then after that, kayena vacha manasendriyirva. And then, so it's an important shloka. Kayena vacha manasen. Hey, whatever you do with your hands, vacha, whatever you speak, hey, that also is an offering, can be an offering. If you speak to somebody with love and affection, it's an offering. If somebody wanted help and you offered that help, you taught them something, my God, that child is blessed. And you are blessed even more than that. Okay? So this is a major license. Manasa indriya ilva. Even by mind also you can offer. Manasa, this kind of license no other religion will give. Indriya ilva. Okay, buddhyatmana va prakrite svabhavat karomi yadyat sakalam parasmai. Whatever I do, I offer to Narayana. And suppose you ask me, now that you know some Sanskrit and some Bhagavad Gita, is it Paroksha Narayana or Aparoksha Narayana? If I ask you. You will be able to say?
Aparoksha.
So, Parasmai. Tasmai, Buddhyatmana Prakrite Sabhavat Karomi Yadyat Sakalam Parasmai Narayanaya. Keyword there is Parasmai. Parasmai. Paraha. One who is all pervasive Narayana. All pervasive Narayana. Don't look for him in Vaikunta. That is the meaning. Don't say, I want to see the all pervasive Narayana. Therefore, I am going to Vaikunta. It is ridiculous. Don't say like that. You can go to Vaikunta, but don't say all pervasive Narayana is everywhere. So that Narayana Samatpayami. Very beautiful. And so, don't worry. I'm an IT engineer. Don't worry. The minute you open the laptop in the morning, Saraswati, this laptop is such an instrument these days. I'm telling you, life doesn't move without a laptop. So you open it, you take flowers and you do archana to the laptop. I'm telling you, that itself will make you a Nishkama Bhakta immediately. Because this laptop has to work. Power has to be there. Battery has to be working properly. And so, I'm telling you, puja opportunities infinite are there in today's world. Because that laptop has to work. And if you're able to earn money using that laptop, I tell you, this you have to be very thankful. Very, very thankful. Because it is also paying your salary. And so, there are numerous opportunities. Numerous opportunities. Just, you are in the office having lunch, no problem. No problem. Just close your eyes. Great time to think of Krishna. Great time. So, Yat Karoshi, Yat Juhosi, all these things are such a license Bhagavan has given. You can tell your friends, I am a Nitya Agnihotri. Oh, what? Nitya Agnihotri. Just because you said you are in a desert and all that. Yeah, still Nitya Agnihotri. Why? Ham Vaishvanaro Bhutva Praninam Deham Ashrita. I offer all that food to that Vaishvanara Agni, Krishna Vaishvanara Agni. I offer. Every day I offer. To that fire I offer. Therefore Agnihotri, because fire, here that example specifically. I am offering to that fire. Therefore I am an Agnihotri. Why Parmatana jokes? I am an Nitya Agnihotri. You can tell people, tell friends. Okay. So, Tat Kurushva Madarpanam. So, should I give up all my Kamya Karma? I have so many things, so many duties, children are there, this, that, etc. Yeah. No way. You cannot give up your duties. You have to do your duties. Nishkama Bhaktya Kuru. If possible. If possible. Nishkama Bhaktya Kuru. It is my duty, therefore I am doing. Don't get too carried away by what they do and how they are becoming and will they do this, will they do that, etc. No. Nishkama Bhaktya. My duty, I will do my best. Every mother and father, my goodness, they always do their best. They always do their best. And anxiety is there. The anxiety will do will vitiate some of that love. But best, they always do their best. And so that just do whatever is to be done. And then as we grow up, Antakarana Shuddhyartam Idam Karma Karomi. My prayer changes completely and becomes one where the bhakti is Nishkama Bhakti. And so, with that, let's translate the shloka. O Arjuna, Kaunteya Arjuna, whatever you do, comma, whatever you eat, whatever you offer, offer means within brackets, as oblation, as an offering in a puja, that is, as oblation. Whatever you offer, whatever you give, yad dadasi. So here, give as in danam, whatever you give, comma, whatever austerity you undertake, hyphen, dedicate those as an offering to me. Dedicate those as an offering to me. O Arjuna, whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer as oblation, whatever you give in dhanam, whatever austerity you undertake, dash, dedicate that or dedicate those as an offering to me. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.